And we're here at the International Energy Forum, and Kamel Ben Naceur joins me now, the CEO of Nomadia, and also the former Energy Minister, of course, of Tunisia. Thank you so much for being involved here, and indeed for the conversation, the EU and the International Energy Forum. We've had this for several years now. How important is it to bring all the different voices into the room to look at this?
So we have a very interesting combination between regions that are exporting oil and gas and regions that have been very big consumers of oil and gas, and also technology providers. So what we have there, and we have other components of the world, we have the United States, we have China, and so this is a very rich dialogue between different regions that are different levels in their energy transition, and that exchange of information is extremely important.
And of course, also looking at this is, the speed of that transition, what different countries can do, but also the cost of that transition, and people really looking at making sure there's investment there. Surely, a lot of emphasis on the policymakers as well to come up with strong policy, and that will then help investment and help everybody go the same direction.
So investment is extremely important, but policy is even more important, because whoever makes an investment needs to have clarity on the policies and no uncertainty on the policies. So understanding what policies have worked and what policies have not worked. If we look at the energy transition, we see some policies that really did not provide enough bang for the buck. Let's say, putting taxes on cars is not necessarily very efficient. But putting taxes on CO2 coming from power plants is much more efficient in terms of what you get in terms of benefits.
And obviously, with your experience as a government minister of energy as well, you know the importance of working together with the IOCs, with the analysts, with the think tanks out there. There's a whole lot of people that have to now come into this conversation. Really, nobody can work in isolation. Would you agree?
Absolutely. The stakeholders' word in the energy goes way beyond the national oil company or the international oil companies. It includes the policy makers. It includes also the people in the streets. The perception that people have about the energy sector certainly could be improved in some parts of the world. And so we need to have also the academia involved, because these are some of the technology innovators. And so all that is part of this very rich dialogue that we need to have.
Now we're here at the International Energy Forum 20 years later, and of course the last few years under the leadership of Dr. Sun as well. Talk to me about the importance and the relevance of this organization now.
So this is a unique organization in terms of bringing together the producers and the consumers, and it was set up at a time where there were some very big tensions in terms of oil prices. Now there is a much richer dialogue. People are agreeing that all these big changes in oil prices are not good. Are not good for the producers, they are not good for the consumers. And tomorrow we will have a very interesting dialogue. This will be the 10th edition of the dialogue on outlooks. And so having people comparing their perspectives, especially for the future, is extremely important.